Remember Rachael Ray, the beloved TV chef who once lit up daytime screens with her quick-fire recipes, is living through a dramatic new chapter. After the heartbreaking loss of her mother, she's been candid about navigating grief while embracing more control in her career. Fans recently saw her in playful chaos with husband John Cusimano during a kitchen mishap on her new Meals in Minutes show, proving her spark hasn't dimmed. Yet whispers about her health and unrecognizable appearances have stirred concern, making her transformation both inspiring and shocking. Take a deep breath. This is Rachael Ray Now. Remember Meg Ryan? Take a deep breath before you see her now. Meg Ryan didn't just dominate romantic comedies in the late 1980s and 1990s. She became the genre's emotional blueprint, and during her peak years, she was married to one of Hollywood's most unmistakably handsome leading men, Dennis Quaid. Ryan and Quaid met while filming DOA, 1988, and married in 1991, right before Ryan's career exploded with When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail. Quaid, already admired for his rugged good looks and performances in The Right Stuff, Great Balls of Fire, and Wyatt Earp, fit seamlessly into Hollywood's golden couple narrative of the 1990s. Their marriage was widely covered, but relatively private by celebrity standards, especially compared to today's social media era. In 1992, they welcomed their son, Jack Quaid, who would later carve out his own acting career in projects like The Boys and Oppenheimer, making their family a rare example of a successful second-generation Hollywood transition. As of 2025, Meg Ryan's life looks very different from her rom-com heyday, which fuels the constant "Remember Her" headlines. She has intentionally stepped back from constant acting, choosing selective roles and focusing on directing, including Ithaca 2015 and What Happens Later 2023, which reunited her on-screen with David Duchovny. Her marriage to Quaid ended in 2001, and both have since acknowledged, without sensationalism, that fame, pressure, and personal struggles played a role. Meg Ryan's story isn't a downfall narrative. It's a deliberate retreat from Hollywood chaos after sharing her peak years with one of the industry's most handsome and talented husbands. Remember Linda Evangelista? What she looks like today left fans in shock. Linda Evangelista wasn't just a famous face in the 1990s. She was the face of high fashion, a defining member of the original supermodel era alongside Naomi Campbell and Christy Turlington. Famous for her chameleon-like ability to reinvent her look, Evangelista once famously said she wouldn't get out of bed for less than $10,000 a day, a quote that became both iconic and endlessly misunderstood. Unlike many celebrities often paired with handsome husbands, Evangelista was never married, a fact frequently overlooked in modern headlines. However, she was engaged in the early 1990s to actor Kyle MacLachlan, then at peak heartthrob status from Twin Peaks and Blue Velvet, making their relationship one of fashion and Hollywood's most photogenic crossovers of the decade. The reasons fans say, "Take a deep breath before you see her now," has nothing to do with aging and everything to do with a medically verified ordeal. In 2021, Evangelista publicly revealed she had been left permanently deformed after undergoing cool sculpting, a non-invasive fat-freezing procedure. She later explained she developed paradoxical adipose hyperplasia, a rare but documented side effect that causes fat cells to enlarge rather than shrink. The condition led her to withdraw almost completely from public life for several years. By 2023 and 2024, she began re-emerging, appearing on the cover of Vogue, attending the Met Gala, and speaking openly, without exaggeration, about body image, medical transparency, and resilience. As of 2025, Linda Evangelista's story isn't a shock story, it's a survival story. She remains one of fashion's most influential figures, not because she looks the same, but because she chose honesty over silence in an industry built on illusion. Remember Demi Moore? Her 2025 look has everyone talking. Demi Moore, the 90s powerhouse known for Ghost and A Few Good Men, isn't just a nostalgia headline in 2025. She's the centerpiece of one of Hollywood's most remarkable comebacks. At age 62, she turned 63 on November 11th, Moore has spent the past year not quietly fading into memory, but storming back with serious critical and style impact. In 2024, she delivered what many critics called her best performance in decades in The Substance, a satirical body horror film that premiered at Cannes and sparked awards buzz internationally. That role earned her the Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, and Screen Actors Guild Awards for Best Actress, and nominations at the Oscars and BAFTAs, accolades she'd never received before in her more than 40-year career. In 2025, Moore's presence on the red carpet and in fashion conversations has been just as talked about as her awards season success. She stunned at the Glamour Women of the Year Awards in a Balenciaga look that fans dubbed her best yet, complete with long raven hair in a wavy ponytail and a classic red lip that made headlines across style outlets. Her wardrobe choices this year, from sheer floral Gucci at LACMA to Saint Laurent platform boots at the New Yorker Festival, show an actress embracing bold, modern style while staying rooted in timeless sophistication. Beyond fashion, Moore continues to work creatively. She stars on Landman, remains active on social media with fans, and has a major new film, I Love Boosters, slated for release in 2026. Her 2025 look isn't about shocking transformations or age denial. It's about a confident, celebrated artist at the top of her game, redefining what Hollywood longevity actually looks like. Remember Laura Flynn Boyle? Wait until you see her now. Laura Flynn Boyle was one of the most recognizable faces of 1990s television, forever linked to pop culture history through her breakout role as Donna Hayward on Twin Peaks. During the show's original run, 1990 to 91, Boyle became a fashion-forward symbol of the era. Waif-thin, enigmatic, and regularly featured on magazine covers alongside the decade's biggest stars. She later cemented her mainstream success on The Practice, earning an Emmy nomination and working steadily in film and television throughout the late 90s and early 2000s. Around the same time, her high-profile relationship with Jack Nicholson, one of Hollywood's most famous leading men, kept her firmly in tabloid headlines, especially after their joint appearances at NBA games became an oddly iconic pop imagery of the era. What fuels today's "wait until you see her now" reactions isn't scandal or disappearance. It's how completely Boyle stepped away from Hollywood's spotlight. After the mid-2000s, her acting roles became increasingly selective, with her final credited film appearance being Lucky Dog in 2014. She never announced a retirement, but industry insiders widely acknowledge that Boyle chose privacy over reinvention in an industry notoriously unforgiving to women as trends change. As of 2025, she lives a largely private life, makes rare public appearances, and has never joined social media, an almost radical move by modern celebrity standards. Seeing Laura Flynn Boyle today feels shocking, mostly because she opted out of fame altogether. Her story isn't about downfall or mystery. It's about a former 90s icon who walked away on her own terms, leaving behind a legacy permanently etched into television history. Remember Terry Hatcher? You might not recognize her in 2025. Terry Hatcher, the actress who leapt from Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, to Desperate Housewives and earned a Golden Globe for her turn as Susan Meyer, has been giving fans something new to talk about in 2025, not because of hiding from public, but by showing up exactly as she is. Now 60 years old, Hatcher has embraced aging and authenticity in ways that are both heartwarming and surprising to those who still picture her as the suburban mom from Wisteria Lane. She's been sharing makeup-free, no-filter selfies on Instagram, where she openly celebrates wrinkles, lines, and real skin, encouraging followers to zoom in and rethink beauty standards rather than chase a retouched image. Her message, every line a story of real human effort, successes, and flaws, resonated with fans and sparked wider conversation about truth and aging in Hollywood. Beyond social media moments, Hatcher remains creatively active and visible. In late 2025, she launched a new podcast called Desperately Devoted, co-hosted with her real-life daughter Emerson Tenney and Desperate Housewives co-star Andrea Bowen, where they rewatch episodes of the iconic series while reflecting on life, relationships, and pop culture nostalgia. Her recent public appearances, including rare red carpet outings and candid reflections on aging and confidence, show a woman who has shifted from Hollywood's beauty archetype to something far richer. Authenticity layered with decades of lived experience. While fans may not instantly recognize the old Terry they remember from 90s and 2000s TV, they're appreciating the real Terry of 2025, confident, reflective, and more inspiring than ever. Remember Renee Zellweger? Fans are still debating her new look. Renee Zellweger's face and style have become just as talked about in 2025 as her return to one of her most beloved characters, Bridget Jones, in Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy. As she appears more frequently in the public eye, on the cover of British Vogue, sporting a striking pixie haircut, and on hit shows like Only Murders in the Building with bold strawberry blonde styles, fans on social media have been divided over how different she seems compared to the early 2000s star they grew up with. Some critics online have even described her appearance in recent photos as unrecognizable, sparking discussions about aging, style evolution, and image perception in Hollywood. Industry analysis and long-standing commentary suggest several reasons for these conversations. Zellweger's natural aging process and fluctuating weight for roles, famously gaining weight for Bridget Jones' Diary and later slimming down, can change facial contours over time without surgical intervention. Experts note that age-related changes around the eyes, jawline, and cheeks often lead to a different overall look that gets amplified under intense public scrutiny. She has publicly denied having plastic surgery, attributing her evolving appearance to lifestyle and health rather than cosmetic alterations. The debate isn't just about physical features. It reflects a larger cultural moment where fans wrestle with their own nostalgia for how stars used to look versus how they choose to present themselves now. Whether it's a chic haircut, the natural shift of age, or the effects of varied roles, Renee Zellweger in 2025 continues to spark curiosity, not because she's hidden, but because she's still visible, thriving, and authentically herself in a world obsessed with youth and transformation. Remember Goldie Hawn? Her latest photos broke the internet. On November 21, 2025, Goldie Hawn celebrated her 80th birthday. The world was captivated by the radiant photos that circulated online, with many fans genuinely commenting that she appeared to be aging backwards. The Oscar-winning actress, whose career spanned 6 decades from her breakout on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In to The First Wives Club and The Christmas Chronicles, marked her milestone with a glossy new photo shoot that went viral for how vibrant she appeared, sparking endless praise and memes across social media. These images, styled with her signature carefree energy and golden locks, which she still doesn't color, prompted a wave of nostalgic reactions because Hawn has been in the public consciousness since long before the internet even existed. People pointed out everything from her glowing skin to her effortless youthful poise, with many calling her a timeless beauty on platforms where fans typically reserve that term for fantasy characters rather than real people in their 80s. On top of the photo shoot buzz, Hawn's public appearances in 2025, including cozy winter snapshots in Aspen with longtime partner Kurt Russell, added to the fascination. Her presence at events like the Oscars earlier in the year, where she and Russell stole hearts on the red carpet in coordinated looks, kept her trending. The internet reaction isn't about shock in a negative sense. It's more that seeing someone who helped define Hollywood's golden eras looking so spirited at 80 feels unexpected in a culture obsessed with youth. Goldie's latest photos didn't just break the internet, they reminded everyone why joy, confidence, and authenticity age far better than any filter ever could. Remember Madonna? Take a deep breath before you see her now. Madonna Louise Ciccone, the queen of pop whose career has spanned over 4 decades, is still very much in the spotlight in 2025, and her appearance and public presence have sparked conversation among fans and fashion critics alike. At 67 years old, she's continued to embrace her status as a cultural provocateur, appearing at major events like the 2025 Met Gala in a cream Tom Ford double-breasted tuxedo that made headlines for its sharp tailoring and elegant simplicity, very different from the cone bras and lace tops of the blonde ambition era, yet unmistakably her attitude of fearless reinvention. Recently, social media exploded when Madonna shared an intimate, nearly makeup-free selfie celebrating Hanukkah with her 29-year-old boyfriend, Akeem Morris, and her twin daughters, Stella and Esther. That candid family moment offered fans a rare, unfiltered glimpse of the pop icon beyond stage personas and red carpet glam, complete with a softly styled brown silk slip dress and relaxed platinum curls. Fans have also discussed her evolving look over the years, including reactions to her more natural face at public events like the Met Gala, after reportedly dissolving fillers, a choice many followers praised as refreshing and more reflective of her authentic self. Alongside these visual transformations, Madonna is still creatively active. In late 2025, she released a new extended play, Bedtime Stories: The Untold Chapter, celebrating the 30th anniversary of her 1994 album with rare and remastered tracks, a reminder that her artistic evolution continues even as her image changes with age. Seeing Madonna now isn't about shock. It's about a living legend who refuses to be frozen in the past, still challenging expectations of aging, beauty, and artistic relevance in 2025. Remember Priscilla Presley? What she did to her face stunned everyone. Priscilla Presley, the iconic former wife of Elvis Presley and a fashion and beauty figure since her teens, has drawn intense attention in 2025, not for a scandal, but for how dramatically her face has changed over decades, sparking widespread conversation about her cosmetic history. Priscilla, now 80, first became a public figure in the 1960s as Elvis's young partner, when her natural soft features, signature eyeliner, and porcelain complexion became part of her early image. Comparing classic photos to her more recent appearances, many fans and beauty experts note substantial differences, particularly in her cheeks, lips, forehead, and overall facial texture. Observers and board-certified plastic surgeons point to multiple possible interventions over the years: lip fillers or grafting that added volume, brow lift procedures or frequent use of Botox to elevate the brow, resurfacing treatments like lasers or peels to smooth skin, and even facelifts suggested by tightened look of her lower face. These changes, while common among celebrities pursuing youthful appearances, have been described in 2025 analyses as creating a noticeably different look from her natural proportions as a young person. Part of the story behind this transformation dates back decades. In the early 2000s, Priscilla became one of several high-profile figures to fall victim to illegal low-grade silicone injections administered by an unlicensed practitioner, an episode that left her with lumps and noticeably altered contours before corrective procedures were pursued. In 2025, Priscilla continues to make public appearances and share her life through memoirs and magazine features, but the conversation about her face isn't about shock alone. It reflects broader debates about aging, beauty expectations, and the complicated legacy of cosmetic interventions in Hollywood history. Remember Melanie Griffith? Her transformation has the internet buzzing. Melanie Griffith has been famous almost her entire life, and that long public timeline is exactly why her appearance recently continues to fuel internet chatter. Born into Hollywood royalty as the daughter of actress Tippi Hedren, Griffith became a major star in the late 1980s with Working Girl, 1988, earning an Academy Award nomination and defining a very specific era of glamorous, sharp-edged femininity. Her looks, full lips, expressive eyes, and a bold smile were part of her star power, especially during her high-profile marriage to Antonio Banderas, widely regarded as one of the most handsome leading men of his generation. What fans react to today isn't a mystery, it's documentation. Griffith has openly acknowledged undergoing cosmetic procedures over the years, including fillers and other anti-aging treatments, and later being unhappy with some of the results. In verified interviews, she has said she didn't initially realize how noticeable the changes were until others began commenting, after which she scaled back and sought corrective work. She has also spoken candidly about skin cancer treatments, including surgeries to remove cancerous growths on her face and nose, which contributed to visible changes that are often ignored in online speculation. In 2025, Melanie Griffith appears significantly more natural than she did during her most heavily altered phase in the 2000s, frequently stepping out without makeup and embracing her true self. Still acting selectively and supporting her children, Dakota Johnson among them, her story isn't about shock value. It's about what happens when someone lives 5 decades in front of cameras. Her transformation isn't a cautionary tale or a punchline. It's a very human record of fame, aging, medical reality, and self-correction in an industry that rarely allows women to do any of that quietly. Remember Sharon Osbourne? You won't believe her 2025 face reveal. For more than 4 decades, Sharon Osbourne has captivated the public as the rock world force behind Black Sabbath, a matriarch on reality TV shows like The Osbournes, and a beloved TV personality on shows like The X Factor and The Talk. But in 2025, fans are talking just as much about her appearance as her legacy, especially after her first major public outing since the death of her husband, Ozzy Osbourne, in July 2025. After decades of cosmetic procedures, multiple facelifts, Botox, fillers, and more, Sharon's facial changes have been extremely noticeable to longtime followers, and she's openly discussed the mixed results. In interviews, she's described her 2021 facelift as the worst thing she's ever had done, recalling that the aftermath left her face asymmetrical until it healed, a rare moment of brutal candor from someone usually guarded about personal transformations. Experts reviewing her look note signs of surgical intervention alongside the effects of dramatic weight loss linked to her use of medications like Ozempic, which can thin facial fat and accentuate features in many ways that even plastic surgery can't fully mask. Her November 2025 red carpet appearance at a fashion event in London, her first major outing since Ozzy's passing, showed a poised, elegant 73-year-old in a sequined gown, but many viewers commented on her notably tighter skin and slimmer profile compared to earlier decades. Media notes that Sharon herself has acknowledged the ups and downs of cosmetic work over the years, creating ongoing conversation about age, beauty standards, and the very real pressures of living life in the spotlight. In 2025, the buzz around Sharon Osbourne's face isn't about a dramatic shock reveal, but a very human story of evolving looks, public scrutiny, and an icon grappling with both time and the legacy of a long, highly visible career. Remember Jessica Lange? Her change over time will leave you speechless. Jessica Lange's transformation over the decades isn't a shock reveal in the gossip sense, but it is one of the most fascinating stories of sustained relevance in Hollywood history. Born April 20th, 1949, she's 76 in 2025, and the look on her face now reflects not plastic surgery rumors or tabloid exaggeration, but a life intensely lived through acclaimed acting, photography, and stage work. Lange isn't someone trying to hide age. Her lines and expressions are the honest texture of a performer who began in King Kong, 1976, won Oscars for Tootsie, 1982, and Blue Sky, 1994, and kept redefining herself ever since. What truly surprises modern audiences is how gracefully her appearance aligns with her ongoing creative output. Rather than retreating after her peak film career, Lange has expanded into Broadway with Mother Play in 2024, and in 2025 she stars in a new adaptation of Long Day's Journey into Night, premiering at the Dublin International Film Festival, an intense dramatic role that underscores her enduring range as an actress. Her face today is expressive, textured by time and experience, not smoothed by industry sterility. That's why many fans remark that seeing her now is unexpected. In an age when many actresses resort to cosmetic uniformity, Lange's look feels defiantly human and richly lived. Beyond her acting career, Lange has pursued a career as a published photographer. Her books, such as 50 Photographs, have fully explored her artistic vision, capturing empathetic, raw moments that mirror the authenticity she now embodies on camera and stage. Jessica Lange's transformation isn't a makeover. It's an evolving portrait of a survivor, artist, and storyteller whose face tells real stories. Decades of award-winning performances, creative exploration, and a refusal to fade quietly out of the spotlight. Remember Daryl Hannah? Fans are still asking what happened to her. Daryl Hannah was one of Hollywood's most distinctive and unforgettable faces in the 1980s and 90s. Think the Electric Mermaid in Splash, the eerie replicant Pryce in Blade Runner, and the icy assassin Elle Driver in Kill Bill, roles that made her a cult favorite and a true on-screen chameleon. But as the years passed, her movie appearances became sparser, and fans began wondering what happened to the tall, blonde star who once dominated genre films and mainstream hits. The reality isn't a disappearance, but a shift in focus. Hannah has remained active, not by chasing blockbusters, but by exploring life beyond mainstream acting. In 2025, she directed Coastal, a documentary about her husband Neil Young's 2023 concert tour, a project blending her cinematic instincts with her personal life and giving audiences a new angle on her artistic voice. She also made a rare, buzzworthy public appearance at the 2025 Oscars to present the Best Editing Award, opting for a bold rocker-inspired outfit rather than traditional red carpet glamour, and even voiced strong support for Ukraine with the phrase "Slava Ukraini" on stage, showing she's still unafraid of mixing art and activism. Away from cameras, Hannah's life has long been shaped by her activism and personal journey, including her early life autism experiences she's discussed publicly, her vegan environmental advocacy, and her decades-long commitment to sustainable living. Unlike the evergreen Hollywood image many remember, what happened to Daryl Hannah is this: she evolved. She chose a quieter, more purposeful path that includes directing, activism, and selective public moments, making her 2025 presence less about frequent movie roles and more about authentic, lived experience in and out of the spotlight. Remember Janice Dickinson? Here's what she looks like in 2025. Janice Dickinson, who many credit with popularizing the term supermodel and serving as a defining face of fashion in the 70s and 80s, continues to draw attention in 2025, demonstrating the transformative power of life on once iconic looks. Now 70 years old, Dickinson's face and public appearance reflect decades of dramatic career highs, personal struggles, and bold personal choices, rather than a frozen Hollywood image. She has been very open about having cosmetic procedures over the years, including early plastic surgery beginning in her 30s to address signs of aging, and later work such as Botox and other enhancements that she has discussed candidly in interviews. These years of procedures have contributed to a noticeably altered facial appearance compared with her youthful supermodel days, and that contrast is part of why fans are still asking what happened to her when they see current photos online. In recent public sightings, Dickinson has embraced a more casual, off-duty style, oversized sunglasses, wide-brimmed hats, and everyday apparel, often leading people to say she looks almost unrecognizable from her runway era, especially in candid street photos from Los Angeles. Despite changes in her facial features, her famously long legs, commanding presence, and distinctive voice still recall the bold personality that defined her career, from magazine covers to judging America's Next Top Model. Beyond appearance, her life continues to be active and public. Dickinson posts regularly on social media, shares stories from her fashion and personal journey, and in 2025 has made appearances in media and lifestyle features that mix nostalgia with candid reflections on aging and beauty. Fans don't see a lost star, they see a survivor of Hollywood's brutal spotlight, someone whose appearance today tells a story of resilience, reinvention, and unapologetic authenticity over decades in the public eye. Remember Nicole Kidman? The truth about her face now. Nicole Kidman's 2025 look is not a mystery concealed by scandal or shock. It's the face of a 58-year-old Hollywood icon who has lived, aged, and reinvented herself in the public eye, and whose recent appearances and styling choices continue to captivate conversation. After decades of iconic red carpet moments and transformative roles, Kidman's appearance is often the topic of speculation, but the truth is rooted less in dramatic reveals and more in natural aging, beauty philosophy, and intentional styling. She has repeatedly denied major plastic surgery, acknowledging only a brief experience with Botox that she stopped because she didn't like the results, meaning many of the changes people notice are likely due to aging, lighting, hairstyles, and angles rather than confirmed surgical work. In 2025, Kidman has leaned into sophisticated, evolving beauty choices that emphasize her features without erasing age. She shared glowing selfies and makeup-free moments on Instagram, embracing hydration and skincare, like her dedication to luxe moisturizers, exfoliation, and silk pillowcases, rather than drastic cosmetic alterations. Her smile, once noted for a naturally gummy quality early in her career, now appears balanced and symmetrical thanks to cosmetic dental work like veneers and alignment improvements, a subtle change that enhances her overall look without altering her identity. Public appearances in 2025, from Paris Fashion Week's viral breakup bangs hairstyle debut with Chanel to a sleek straight Instagram hairstyle she posted ahead of the holidays, show a woman comfortably experimenting with hair, fashion, and expression as part of her personal evolution, not hiding behind static beauty standards. Far from a shocking face reveal, Nicole Kidman's 2025 look reflects a mix of healthy lifestyle, lifelong skincare, and stylistic reinvention rooted in real choice and self-expression rather than tabloid narratives of youth denial. Remember Pamela Anderson? Her natural look is making headlines. Pamela Anderson isn't just a memory of 90s beach glam anymore. She's a modern icon of authenticity, and in 2025, her increasingly natural, no-makeup aesthetic has become one of the biggest celebrity beauty stories of the year. After rising to fame in Baywatch and later earning critical acclaim for her role in The Last Showgirl, which premiered in early 2025 and prompted Golden Globe and SAG Award nominations, the 58-year-old star has been showing up at major red carpet events like the SAG Awards, makeup-free, radiant, and confident, embracing a look that feels refreshing rather than retouched or contrived. Anderson herself has said that foregoing makeup isn't a statement about beauty at all. It's about freedom, comfort, and feeling like yourself, a choice she describes as so much more freeing and something she's intentionally worked on over time. Her appearances at the 2025 Met Gala also garnered attention, not only for her stunning Tory Burch design and icy blue sequin gown that honored the event's tailoring theme, but also for the bold blunt bob and baby bangs she debuted, a striking departure from her classic long blonde waves that had defined her public image for decades. What makes Pamela's latest look so talked about isn't shock value, but context. After years in the spotlight as a sex symbol and pop culture fixture, she's intentionally peeling back the layers of Hollywood glam to show a more genuine version of herself. Whether she's strolling in Paris in minimal makeup or smiling plainly on a red carpet, her 2025 face and style are sparking conversations about confidence, aging gracefully, and redefining beauty on her terms, not anyone else's. Remember Donatella Versace? You've got to see her face today. Donatella Versace remains one of the most recognizable figures in fashion at age 70, and her 2025 appearance has sparked plenty of genuine conversation, not because she's hiding from the public, but because she's showing a refreshed, more natural version of herself that people weren't expecting. In August 2025, she shared a photo on Instagram wearing a champagne sequin dress with soft waves in her blonde hair and glowing skin that led fans and fashion insiders alike to comment on how refined and demure she looked compared with her longtime ultra-glamorous aesthetic. Some followers explicitly praised her look as very natural and beautiful, even though she hasn't publicly confirmed any plastic surgery. This softer appearance fits a broader pattern noticed by aesthetic experts. Her lips appear slightly smaller and more in proportion, her jawline looks more defined, and her overall face appears smoother and less heavily contoured than in past years. Specialists have proposed that this may be due to dissolving older fillers or opting for advanced skin tightening or contouring treatments rather than traumatic surgical work, though no official procedures have been confirmed. Donatella continues to be a vibrant presence at major fashion events, from the 2025 Met Gala to the CFDA Fashion Awards, where she received recognition for her influence in the industry, and she stepped into the role of global brand ambassador for Versace after decades as its creative director. Seeing Donatella in 2025 isn't a shocking transformation so much as a mature evolution. a powerful designer who has subtly adapted her public image, demonstrating that beauty and presence can shift gracefully with time without losing the essence of the icon behind the brand. Remember Lil' Kim? The internet still can't handle her new look. Lil' Kim isn't a forgotten figure. She's one of hip-hop's most influential artists, rising in the 1990s as a bold genre-defining force with albums like Hardcore that helped reshape rap's landscape. Her style, presence, and attitude set templates many female MCs still follow. However, in 2025, fans' reactions to her latest photos and social media posts are more intense than ever, with much of the online buzz focusing on how different she looks from her earlier years. On Instagram in July 2025, she shared candid photos embracing her personality and street-style fashion. And while many applaud her energy and fashion sense, which has stayed fearless and unmatched, others have remarked on how her face looks fuller or altered compared with her 1990s and early 2000s image. Discussions online sometimes devolve into speculation about cosmetic procedures or skin tone changes when comparing then versus now images, but it's important to stress that no verified medical records or statements confirm specific surgical work. What is confirmed is that Lil' Kim has always reinvented her appearance and style throughout her career, whether experimenting with wigs, bold makeup, or fashion choices at events like New York Fashion Week in 2024. Lil' Kim's consistent evolution of her aesthetic over the decades, experimenting with color, texture, and persona, is part of what keeps fans talking. Even in 2025, at 50 years old, she remains active on social platforms and engaged with fans, showing off a blend of hip-hop heritage and contemporary style that refuses to be predictable. So the real story isn't one of disappearance or mystery, but of a legendary performer who continues to shock, surprise, and express herself authentically, even as fans filter every image through nostalgia for the Queen Bee of the 90s. Remember Jocelyn Wildenstein? Her 2025 look has the internet divided. Jocelyn Wildenstein, the Swiss-born socialite forever ingrained in pop culture as Catwoman for her extreme facial transformations, is no longer around to surprise fans in 2025, but her legacy still divides public opinion as people revisit her striking appearance and what it ultimately meant. Wildenstein died on December 31, 2024, at the age of 84 from a pulmonary embolism while napping in her Paris hotel room, an unexpected end to a life that had been under intense scrutiny for decades. During her lifetime, Wildenstein's face became one of the most talked about and debated celebrity images in history. She rose to international attention in the 1990s after her high-profile marriage and divorce from billionaire art dealer Alec Wildenstein, and over the years, she underwent numerous cosmetic surgeries that gave her distinct feline features, leading tabloids to nickname her Catwoman and the Lion Queen. Her procedures reportedly included multiple facelifts, eye lifts, and extensive facial restructuring, a transformation so dramatic that before and after comparisons become staples of celebrity culture coverage. She often denied that surgery was excessive, claiming some features were inherited, but her look was universally recognized as the result of intense cosmetic intervention. Even after her death, online reactions remain split. Some see Wildenstein's final public images and throwback photos, like the rare earlier photograph she shared in 2024, as evidence of how much her appearance changed over time and what fame can do to a person's image, while others argue that the fixation on her face overshadows her actual life story, philanthropic interests, and complex personal history. In 2025, the conversation isn't just about what her face looked like. It's about how that look became a cultural symbol of extreme beauty, media obsession, and the very human tension between public perception and personal truth. Remember Catherine Zeta-Jones? What she looks like today is stunning. Catherine Zeta-Jones, the Welsh actress whose career has spanned from The Mask of Zorro to her Oscar-winning turn in Chicago, will be 55 in 2025 and is proving that age truly can be an asset, not a liability, on the red carpet and beyond. She's been everywhere this year, from the Emmy Awards, where she stole the show in a dramatic black corset gown with lace detailing, that highlighted her poised silhouette and classic features, showing off her natural skin texture and radiant complexion rather than an over-airbrushed look. Her recent public appearances around Wednesday's Season 2, press events, and premieres have given fans plenty to admire. At Netflix's FYC event in Los Angeles, she wore a figure-hugging black lace mini dress that emphasized her toned legs and signature brunette waves, pairing subtle, sultry makeup with minimal accessories for a look both timeless and modern. She's also been spotted sharing relaxed, sun-soaked images on Instagram in chic poolside swimwear with oversized sunglasses, a style that highlights her natural glow and confidence without relying on heavy filters or cosmetic effects. While social media often tries to age-shame celebrities, many fans and fashion commentators have loudly defended Zeta-Jones, celebrating her elegance and confidence as she embraces both her age and her continued success. Beyond fashion moments, she remains creatively active. She's starring in the upcoming thriller series Kill Jackie and appears in the film The Gallerist, keeping her presence dynamic on screen. Seeing Catherine Zeta-Jones in 2025 isn't about dramatic shock. It's about witnessing a Hollywood legend who's aged with style, strength, and authenticity, reminding the world that beauty evolves rather than fades. Remember Courtney Cox? You might not recognize her now. Courtney Cox, the actress who became a household name as Monica Geller on Friends and later earned acclaim in the Scream franchise and Shining Vale, will be 61 in 2025, and her look today has been a major talking point online, not because she's vanished, but because she's openly gone through one of the most honest celebrity aging journeys in recent memory. What surprises many fans when they look at her recent photos is less about a mysterious disappearance and more about how her face has evolved after years of public scrutiny and personal experimentation with cosmetic treatments. In candid interviews and podcasts, Cox has admitted that she once overdid fillers and similar procedures, reached a point where she didn't look like herself, and ultimately had many of them dissolved so she could embrace a more natural look rather than chasing youth or Hollywood standards. In 2025, she's been sharing selfies that feel refreshingly real, complete with makeup-free moments and everyday expressions, and even joked about useless selfies capturing pimple shots or allergic reactions, which gives fans rare, unpolished glimpses of her life off the red carpet. Other recent sightings, like her beach photos in a bikini during a February outing with her daughter Coco Arquette, show that she still embraces an active, fit lifestyle at 60 while keeping things relaxed and unapologetically real. Rather than a dramatic transformation born of secrecy, Courtney's 2025 look is the result of self-reflection and acceptance. She openly shared how learning to let go of excessive enhancements helped her feel more like herself again, and her current appearance reflects a commitment to aging with confidence rather than defying time in private. Remember Kim Basinger? Her transformation might surprise you. Kim Basinger, the Oscar-winning actress best known for roles in L.A. Confidential, Never Say Never Again, and 9½ Weeks, has become one of those rare Hollywood figures whose life story feels bigger than any single role. And in 2025, seeing her now still sparks genuine conversation precisely because she's chosen a dramatically different path from the spotlight that once defined her. At 72, she's not hiding behind celebrity illusions. She's living real life as she wants it. Recently, she appeared in a rare 3-generation photo with her daughter Ireland Baldwin and granddaughter Holland, dressed warmly and casually in a green jacket, black pants, and sunglasses during a family holiday, an image that surprised fans who remember her polished Hollywood looks from decades past. In the last few years, Basinger has largely stepped away from film premieres and red carpet glamour, instead embracing quiet moments like sushi dates with her daughter and grandchild in Los Angeles, where she was spotted in relaxed sweatpants and pink slides, keeping a low profile while clearly enjoying simple family life. This shift reflects a continued pattern. She's been candid in past interviews about her longtime battle with agoraphobia and anxiety, including a severe panic attack that once left her unable to drive for months, and how overcoming those struggles to re-engage with everyday realities has meant more to her than Hollywood glam ever did. Basinger hasn't dominated headlines with cosmetic speculation or shocking makeovers. Instead, her 2025 appearance tells a different kind of story, one of an actress who stepped off the red carpet treadmill and chose authenticity, family, and personal growth. The transformation that surprises people isn't about drastic surgery or secret beauty regimens, but about a legendary star aging with honesty and visible comfort in her own skin, away from the glare of paparazzi flashes. Remember Cindy Crawford? Here's how she looks at 59. Cindy Crawford, an Illinois-born supermodel who helped define the 1980s and 90s fashion era with her signature beauty mark and runway presence, is 59 years old in 2025 and continues to draw attention with her timeless elegance and natural confidence. After decades dominating magazine covers and global campaigns, she continues to appear in public and on social media in ways that both honor her legacy and show how a supermodel ages gracefully, not artificially. Fans couldn't help but gush over her most recent photos from summer 2025, where Crawford went makeup-free in a series of Instagram snapshots taken on a lakeside getaway with husband Randy Gerber. Her glowing skin, relaxed style, and unretouched complexion prompted admiration for her radiant, authentic beauty. That isn't the only place her look made headlines. At the November 1st, 2025 LACMA Art Plus Film Gala, she and daughter Kaya Gerber hit the red carpet in coordinated Gucci gowns, and observers immediately noted the striking resemblance between mother and daughter, proof that Crawford's genes and aesthetic still feel fresh on and off the runway. Crawford's 2025 style isn't about plastic facelifts or dramatic reinvention. It's rooted in well-being, fitness, and honest presentation. She's been spotted in casual settings, showing off a toned figure and active lifestyle, including beach photos where she confidently rocks a black bikini, demonstrating that at 59, she still embraces health and movement as part of her beauty philosophy. Cindy's look today blends the ageless quality of her supermodel era with the comfort of a life lived on her own terms. Radiant skin, natural confidence, and a presence that still captivates audiences more for authenticity than any contrived transformation. Remember Heather Locklear? Her new look shocked fans. Heather Locklear, the Dynasty, Melrose Place, and Spin City star who helped define 80s and 90s television, has been sparking real online buzz in 2025, not because she disappeared, but because her appearance today surprised many longtime fans when she made rare public outings and social media posts this year. At 63, Locklear has stepped back from constant Hollywood visibility, but photos from her recent podcast appearances and fan convention panels show a noticeably refreshed face with smooth skin, contoured cheekbones, and a tightened lower jaw that led some admirers to say she looks unrecognizable compared with early camera-ready images from her peak TV era. Some beauty experts weighing in online suggest that non-invasive skin procedures or subtle cosmetic work could explain features like a defined jaw and youthful complexion, though no official confirmation of specific surgery has been made public. Fans first reacted strongly back in the spring when Locklear made a rare in-person appearance at Calgary Expo, speaking about her career from T.J. Hooker through Melrose Place and beyond. Yet much of the social media commentary focused on how polished and vibrant she looked at the fan convention. Commenters on Instagram, Reddit, and Twitter repeatedly emphasized how healthy, radiant, and great she appeared compared with sporadic older paparazzi photos, prompting nostalgia mixed with surprise. Part of what makes Heather's 2025 look so talked about isn't just the physical change, it's the contrast between the rare and candid nature of her recent public visibility and the long stretch where she stepped out of the limelight to focus on wellness, recovery from past personal challenges, and podcasting rather than acting. Her face now reflects a mix of age, lived experience, and the effects of whatever beauty choices she's embraced, leaving the internet divided between fans who love her modern look and those who still cling to her classic 90s self. Remember Bridget Nielsen? Her latest photos just dropped. Bridget Nielsen, now 61 and still one of Hollywood's most unmistakable figures thanks to her towering height and storied career from Red Sonja to Rocky IV, has given fans plenty to talk about with a series of fresh 2025 photos that highlight how vibrant and active she continues to be. In summer 2025, she shared a striking beach photo on Instagram showing her in a patterned bikini, barefoot on the sand, and exuding confidence and health, prompting media coverage and fan admiration for how radiant she looked in real, unfiltered moments that defy aged-out expectations. Throughout 2025, she posted more candid snapshots from her travels and daily life, like volcano hikes and scenic explorations, often punctuated with smile-filled captions and a playful energy that feels closer to the free-spirited adventurer she's always been rather than a quiet retiree. Her Instagram photos reveal a woman who still loves fashion, movement, and engaging with her fans in a way that feels contemporary, active, and joyous. Beyond personal photos, Nielsen made a stylish appearance at Milan Fashion Week in early 2025 when she participated in the anniversary celebration of the D2 runway show in a dramatic, themed look that reminded the world she can still own a stage, even if it's a fashion spectacle rather than a film set. What surprises many longtime fans today isn't just that she's still present in 2025, but how grounded and authentic her look feels, less about chasing the static image of her 80s bombshell era, and more about celebrating real lived experience. She's embraced both her legendary past and her vibrant present, and those new photos, whether beach shots or stylish runway cameos, reflect a confident woman who continues to evolve on her terms. Remember Jessica Simpson? She looks completely different now. Jessica Simpson, once one of the biggest pop stars of the late 90s and early 2000s, with hits like Irresistible and the triple platinum In This Skin, has surprised fans with her 2025 appearance, especially after her high-profile return to the spotlight at events like the 2025 MTV Video Music Awards. At 45, her face looked noticeably different to many viewers on the red carpet, with fuller lips, sculpted cheekbones, and a refined jawline prompting widespread online discussion and speculation about cosmetic changes. Some social media users said her look was so changed that they initially didn't recognize her, sparking comparisons to artificial enhancements and even joking comments like AI Jessica. A big part of why fans are talking is that this was Jessica's first major VMA appearance in nearly 2 decades. Wearing a sheer architectural black gown with dramatic makeup and voluminous blown-out hair, she presented an award and captivated the cameras, but it was her facial features that dominated headlines and Twitter threads. While there's no official confirmation from Simpson about specific surgical procedures, the polished, highly stylized look certainly sparked plastic surgery speculation from observers online. It's worth noting that some of the change may also be tied to professional makeup, lighting, and the natural evolution of her features over time, especially after years out of public music performances and shifting into fashion, acting, and business. Simpson's recent All's Fair role on Hulu even involved hours of prosthetic makeup for her character, which could add to confusion when comparing her on-screen transformations to her real appearance off-stage. Beyond her look, 2025 has also been a comeback year for Simpson creatively. She released a new EP, Nashville Canyon, Part 1 and Part 2, marking a long-anticipated musical return after more than a decade away from releasing original music. So the entirely different reactions aren't just about how she looks. They reflect how much her public image has changed since the early 2000s and how a renewed career and evolving style continue to shape what people expect from the star they grew up watching. Remember Faye Dunaway? You'll want to see her 2025 appearance. Faye Dunaway isn't a forgotten Hollywood legend. In 2025, she still makes headlines when she steps into the public eye, not for shocking reinvention, but because seeing such a classic silver star icon at 84 feels like a bridge between Hollywood's golden era and today's cinema culture. Dunaway, whose career launched with roles in Bonnie and Clyde and Chinatown before winning an Oscar for Network, has remained active in film and media into her 80s, including starring in the supernatural thriller Fate, set for release, and the documentary Faye that premiered at Cannes in 2024 and streams on HBO and Max. Photos and videos from recent events show her with a natural, age-graceful look that's dramatically different from her youth, but striking in its own way. At public appearances like the Cannes Film Festival and New York City outings over the past year, she's been seen with soft, styled hair and a relaxed yet elegant expression, wearing tailored suiting and classic silhouettes that underline her poised presence rather than a pursuit of artificial youth. Fans and fashion observers note that her face today reveals the authentic texture of time, fine lines, expressive eyes, and that unmistakable commanding presence that made her an unforgettable screen performer. Rather than a dramatic cosmetic transformation, her look reflects real aging with dignity, a reminder that icons evolve just as art does. Beyond style, recent candid photos captured her being affectionate with family and engaging with fans at festivals, often smiling with confidence that her bright smile now owes in part to professional dental work in earlier years, which refreshed her teeth and helped preserve the classic Dunaway charm. Seeing Faye Dunaway now isn't about shock, it's about continuity, watching a living legend whose appearance mirrors decades of stories, roles, and raw Hollywood history still unfolding in 2025. Remember Tara Reid? You won't believe her face today. Tara Reid, the American Pie star who became a late 1990s and early 2000s pop culture fixture as Vicki Latham, still looks noticeably different in 2025. But the real story isn't about mystery or disappearance. It's about how time, life experience, and evolving public presence have shaped her appearance and how fans react to it. At 49, Reid has been making a handful of public appearances, like at the Los Angeles premiere of the Indonesian horror film Pabrik Gula, where she stepped out in loose curled blonde hair, light makeup, and a chic black and white outfit that emphasized a smoother complexion and more mature features than the youthful, scene-stealing look fans remember from American Pie days. This polished yet subtle style has led to comments online that she looks totally different from her late 90s image. Some online reels and social posts comparing her current appearance with earlier frames describe her as virtually unrecognizable, especially because her modern look leans into natural toned skin and refined styling rather than the bubblegum pop aesthetic she had in her breakout era. Beyond visuals, 2025 has also been a year of real headlines for Reid. She resurfaced in the news after a frightening incident in November where she claimed someone drugged her drink at a hotel bar, an ordeal that led to hospitalization in Rosemont, Illinois, though police later said surveillance footage didn't show evidence of tampering and closed the investigation. Reid described the experience as heartbreaking and criticized the online reaction to it. At the same time, her more positive appearances on red carpets and at charity events, like a boho-inspired gown at the Free a Girl event that had fans celebrating her radiant look, she's now re-engaging with fans in ways that reflect maturity and confidence rather than trying to freeze a past image. While some fans claim they don't immediately recognize her, Tara Reid's 2025 appearance isn't a dramatic transformation. Rather, it's the organic progression of an actress who has spent 2 decades in the spotlight and continues to navigate public life with authenticity and poise. Remember Deborah Messing? Fans are doing double takes in 2025. Deborah Messing, the Emmy Award-winning actress adored for her role as Grace Adler on Will and Grace, is 57 in 2025 and still very much in the public eye. But what's really got fans talking isn't some dramatic makeover plot or secret transformation. It's the way her current public presence and look have been amplified by images from recent appearances, social media posts, and online reactions that mix admiration with surprise. In March and April 2025, she was pictured at various events, like the Alto Nights New York premiere and outings in London, smiling in elegant gowns and stylish outfits that spotlight her sophisticated, mature beauty and natural facial features captured on camera. These real, high-resolution photos show a face shaped by experience and confidence rather than shock value change, and that contrasts with how many remember her from Will and Grace in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Instead of dramatic cosmetic speculation, what fans are doing double takes over is how realistic she looks amid today's polished celebrity image. Expressive eyes, natural skin texture, and an overall presence that feels active and authentic in her late 50s. Her Instagram in late 2025 includes candid moments and posts that capture her without heavy filters, embracing seasonal holidays and everyday life, which further reinforces that her 2025 look isn't about a hidden makeover, but simply aging comfortably and stylishly. It's also worth noting that Messing remains engaged creatively. She's announced roles and projects this year and even hosted the 2025 Drama Desk Awards with Titus Burgess, a reminder that she's as present in entertainment as ever. So in 2025, fans aren't debating what was done to her face. They're reacting to the realness of her look today, a Hollywood actress whose charm and expressiveness still stand out decades after her breakout role without the dramatic artifice so common in celebrity headlines. Remember Sarah Jessica Parker? Her 2025 look is sparking debate. Sarah Jessica Parker, the actress forever linked with Carrie Bradshaw and Sex and the City, has been stirring conversation in 2025, not because she's vanished, but because her look today feels very different from the polished glam version her fans remember from the 1990s and early 2000s. At 60, Parker has been photographed at events like the Sundance Film Festival, bundled in casual winter wear, and at And Just Like That Season 3 photo calls with soft makeup and new hairstyles, like a deep side part and crimped waves, that show a mature, lived-in face rather than a frozen Hollywood image of eternal youth. Paparazzi and candid shots from places like grocery runs in the Hamptons have led some fans to comment that she looks noticeably older and more relaxed in everyday life, with visible lines and natural texture showing through, a contrast to her fashion-forward red carpet era that once defined her public persona. These unfiltered images spread widely online, prompting reactions ranging from "she looks unrecognizable" to praise for embracing natural aging without heavy retouching. Fashion moments like her chic appearance at the 2025 Victoria's Secret fashion show, where she wore a minimalist black ensemble from her own closet, demonstrate that Parker still commands style attention, but not always the kind tied to hyper-glamour. Part of the debate reflects a larger cultural shift. In an era where women in entertainment are increasingly praised for aging authentically, some fans applaud Parker for showing real, unedited moments, while others compare those everyday appearances to her iconic screen images, revealing how deeply tied public memory is to nostalgia. Sarah Jessica Parker's 2025 look isn't a shocking facelift reveal. It's the face of a woman who's aged in view of the world, sparking a broader conversation about beauty, time, and celebrity presence today. Remember Rachael Ray? Take a deep breath before seeing her now. Rachael Ray, the cheerful chef and TV personality who became a household name with 30-minute meals and her long-running syndicated talk show, looks different in 2025 in ways that are sparking real conversation online. And importantly, not all of it is about glamour or diet trends. Ray is 57 and has stepped back from constant red carpet exposure. Her daytime show ended in 2023, and since then her public appearances have been far less frequent than they were at her peak. In rare recent outings, like her public appearance in Miami Beach in February 2025, photographed at the Grand Tasting Village during a food festival, fans noticed her face looking puffier and rounder than in earlier decades, with some viewers expressing concern about her health or well-being, rather than praising a glamorous transformation. Those comments included worry about swelling around the jawline and a look that some social media users described as unexpected for someone who has been in the public eye for a long time. That conversation picked up further when she made a rare in-person appearance at the Drew Barrymore show taping in New York City in October 2025, where she wore a casual brown leather jacket and minimal makeup, a much more natural, everyday look compared with her polished television days. Photographers and fans pointed out that she appeared subdued and somewhat different from how she once presented herself on camera. public discussion isn't about looks. In recent years, Ray has mentioned dealing with a couple of bad falls and shifting her career to projects like her podcast, I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, which has been on hiatus, and that context frames why some fans are reacting so strongly to her 2025 appearance. So the real story behind Rachael Ray's 2025 look isn't a glamorous resurgence or classic Hollywood makeover. It's a public figure showing a more candid, real-world version of herself, which naturally invites both admiration and concern from people who grew up watching her on TV. Remember Tilda Swinton? Her transformation will leave you speechless. Tilda Swinton isn't the kind of celebrity whose appearance becomes a tabloid curiosity. Her look in 2025 is sparking conversation because it reflects her artistic evolution as much as her physical presence. At 64, Swinton continues to be a fixture on major red carpets and in the art film world, showing a striking face marked by timeless elegance, androgynous poise, and expressive character lines that complement her status as one of cinema's most unconventional leading figures. She attended the Golden Globe Awards in January 2025 in a sculptural Chanel ensemble that emphasized her long neck and striking bone structure, reaffirming her presence as a fashion icon as well as an actress. Swinton's appearance looked noticeably more refined and mature compared to her earlier roles. Her hair, often styled in platinum blonde or sculptural designs, along with her skin texture, highlights a confident embrace of age rather than an attempt to conceal it. She appeared on the Berlinale red carpet for the 2025 Berlin Film Festival's opening, delivering a performance that mixed cinematic history with a deliberate, almost statuesque look that's very different from her youthful characters like in Orlando or The Chronicles of Narnia. In 2025, she also fronted fashion campaigns and artistic collaborations, like a bold, futuristic campaign with Gentle Monster that leaned into high-concept aesthetic expressions rather than conventional beauty standards, underscoring her creative versatility and visual impact. And beyond fashion and film, she's the subject of a major exhibition ongoing at the Eye Film Museum in Amsterdam that explores her 40-year career and invites viewers to see her work and presence as a living artistic narrative rather than a static celebrity image. So when people say her transformation is striking, the real surprise isn't a facelift or a secret procedure. It's how Swinton's face and style continue to reflect her fearless approach to identity, art, and aging. She's not trying to look the same as she did decades ago. She's embodying a creative life lived with intention, eccentricity, and the kind of expressive presence that leaves a lasting impression. Thanks for watching Past Paradise, where Hollywood legends come home. If you enjoyed today's look into the topic, remember Rachael Ray, take a deep breath before seeing her now, and then don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that bell. Got a star or story you want next? Drop it in the comments. Until then, keep the nostalgia alive only on Past Paradise.
If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon